Exeter Wrench Group. We began business in 1858, and we sell today this home on behalf of a lovely family, wonderful vendors they are. It comes to the marketplace today as 42 Myra Road in Dulwich Hill. Terms are subject to reserve price. The highest bidder will be the purchaser. In the event of a disputed bid, the auctioneer is the sole arbitrator. The decision of the auctioneer is final. The auctioneer can refuse any bid he feels is not in the vendor's best interest. The right to bid on behalf of the vendor is reserved and specified as one bid. A bidder is deemed to be the principal bidder unless prior to the auction an authority is given to us which allows a person to bid for and on behalf of another. At the fall of the hammer, we need 10% deposit of the purchase price to be paid by the successful bidder. Bidders, of course, need to be registered to bid. We can only accept bids of those who have registered to bid. We need the bids to come in before the gavel falls, as we don't accept late bids, or we can't. We ask you to bid up, be strong, be keen, and make sure you take advantage of this Torrens title home that comes to the market as a freestanding one. And it is Lot A, deposited plan 349161, say Unified Lawyers, a double-fronted freestanding brick residence with a large double lock-up garage, which is like liquid gold in this pocket, and a very, very nicely secured paved garden. And of course you get some northern orientation in part of the home as well. Blinds include a clothesline, dishwasher, insect screens, light fittings, the rangewood stove, TV antenna, air conditioning and clothes dryer. We are giving you a generous 90 days to settle this contract, which is a real bonus for you. We have the title, drainage, a copy of the deposited plan, all annexed to the contract. Well, this just has to be the perfect downsizer for someone coming to the market or someone who has coveted buying a freestanding residence in Dulwich Hill and seemingly knocked out, because this home will reflect the sale of a semi-detached property, or probably more of a townhouse than a Torrens title property. The fact that these beautiful parks are so handy to the property. We have Beeman Park. We, of course, we've got the link to along the Cooks River waterfront. We have the light rail virtually at the top of the street. We have, of course, Hurlston Park train station, so very, very handy, and off Hamden and the like. And some very, very lovely character homes around this area as well. The home has been faithfully maintained and beautifully looked after by the family. The two principal bedrooms of accommodation, but as you can see with the way in which the internal walls are, you could convert that into a 3-bedroom home, one would see, with a minimum of fuss. It's a low maintenance, lock up and leave proposition for someone. Start to think of the sales that we've made in this district, one of which, of course, was last week for a semi-detached home in Park Road at Marrickville. That was around about $1,070,000. We had the sale of the residence in Floss Street recently at $1,190,000. And if you go to your iPhones now, you will see that there are only 4 homes for sale in Dulwich Hill at the moment, and there are none for sale in Hurlston Park. That is how tight this marketplace is. And everyone who's following the money trail now, just remember, this is a post-election auction today. We have had some enormous results at public auction today. We had a Permalum home in Reesby go to the market earlier today. The expectation for that home was $1,030,000. We sold that home for $1,353,000. So $300,000 over its reserve. We had a home in Picnic Point with an expectation of $800,000. It sold for $1,005,000, and just sold a home in Georges River Road at Croydon Park. The expectation there was $1.2 million. We sold it for $1,584,000. So put that to the test, everyone. When you're making your bids at today's auction, we want to see you in the hunt. What's it going to be? Who's got an opening bid? Who's ready to start? Home and garden in Dulwich Hill, near the park and near the light rail and near the train station. Have we got a starting bid? Someone will have something in mind. I don't know, if it begins at a 1 and someone calls over that figure, don't know what the feeling is. It's a cool $1 million. That'd be fantastic. You might be here in the high 900s. What's the feeling? Are we ready, set, go with an opening bid? $1 million. Thank you, sir. That's the way to do it. I bid $1 million now. Thanks for that bid. I bid $1 million in the opening bid. I've won the bid. Now the bid is $1 million on a Torrens title brick home with a double lock-up garage. $1 million the bid. The bid is $1 million at an opening bid, and we've got ourselves started there. Would you like to launch in with a bid of maybe $1,020,000 to go on? Let's see the hands come up now. $1 million the bid now. Want a bid now. Want a bid now. $1 million the opening bid. I got $1 million now. Absolute entry point into Dulwich Hill for a home. Won the bid now. The bid is $1 million in the opening bid. I got $1 million bid for now. Who's going to bound away with the next bid now? Would you like to make it $1,020,000 or better? Do get involved, everyone. It's an immaculate home. Let's see your next offer. $1 million the bid now. The bid is $1 million in the opening bid. A bid $1 million bid for now. We want to see the hands come up. $1 million in the maiden offer from the gentleman, and the bid is $1 million now. Where to from there? But at $1 million bid, once, twice, beautiful warm afternoon to offer the property. $1 million a call. $1 million bid, the bid is $1 million now, and it's the gentleman holding court there off to the left. I don't know how you want to play ball, everyone, but there's not other opportunities out there. You want to jump into this marketplace now. You have seen the sentiment shift in the market. You've seen the translation into people that open for inspections and people bidding on auctions. You know how desperate the supply is for property at the moment. $1 million a call. Low supply, low interest rates, and a rather more buoyant market we're seeing. One the bid now, one a bid now, one a bid now, $1 million bid, and the bid is $1 million bid for it now. Step right up and make the bid. Well, we have the registered bidders here today. We hope your hearts are in the right places. If you've got $1.10 million, fine and dandy with me to join in. Because we're here to do the very, very best we can for our vendors. I've got $1 million now. One bid now, one a bid now, one a bid now, $1 million bid, the bid is $1 million, because your next step in the price range, with all due respect to you, is strata title. You make these auctions as bidders. We need your input. We want your input very, very, very much. Now, I've got the right to use a bid on behalf of the vendor if I'm so instructed. I mean, you've got the capacity here to just basically move straight in. If you're a bit of an ideas person, you can adapt the home to suit your own tastes and your own requirements on a floor plan basis. 240 square metre block. You've got a lot of frontage here on the Myra. And we're bid $1 million now. Don't like to hang in well too long on the gentleman's opening bid, but he holds that court at $1 million now, and we call for the next bid. There's the 418 going up the street. $1.5 million. Thanks, Madam and Sir. Bid $1.5 million now. Now we're going to call on you if we can. The bid is $1.5 million. My word, you were good enough to open the bidding. I'll do that. $1.6 million, and we'll call for a bit more. $1.6 million bid. $1.6 million the bid. Now the bid is $1,006,000 bid. The bid is $1.6 million. We want the auction to run through to its conclusion. We respect you all. We thank you for being in the bidding, and the bid is $1.6 million for the moment. One bid now, one a bid now, one a bid now, $1.6 million bid, and the bid is $1,006,000 now. Let's join back in again with a further bid. Freestanding home. $1,006,000 on category alone. On calibre. $1.6 million. $1.6 million the bid. Now the bid is $1,006,000 bid. Where to from there, everyone? What's the next bid to be? Once. Twice. Thanks, sir. $1.10 million. 11 he made it. $1.11 million. We make it 15. $1.11 million now. $1.11 million the bid. Now the bid is $1,011,000 bid. Got $1,011,000 left hand side the call. Two parties involved so far, but others have registered. $1,011,000 bid. I got $1,011,000 now. No, don't leave us now. I've got $1,011,000 bid. What do you think? You can make it 12. You're not being cheeky to do that. You'll go 12. $1,012,000. You'll make it 13. $1,013 now. $1,013 bid. We're just dribbling the soccer ball. That's all. The bid is $1,013,000. 15. Thank you. The bid is $1,015,000. 1015 bid. 16. He made it. The bid is $20. $1,020,000. $1,020 bid. 21 now. $1,021 bid. The bid is $1,021,000. 25. $1,025. 36. 30. $1,030,000. $1,030,000. 31. 1031 the bid. Now the bid is $1,031,000 bid. Having a quick chat there. 1031 the bid. Now the bid is $1,031,000. I take the call to the left hand side. We invite everyone else in. $1,031,000 on the table now. If you've got ideas for the home, a bid $1,031,000, you can let them run wild here. The bid is $1,031,000. 1031 called, the bid is $1,031,000 on this family home. Big flavour of the month, suburb Dulwich Hill, $1,031,000 now. 35, sir, thank you. 36, I bid a 40, $1,040,000. 1,041,000. 42, 43, 44 bid, 45 now. I bid $1,045,000 bid, the bid is $1,045,000. It's a bit of a pick and drive here, but anyway, $1,045,000 now. 1045 bid, the bid is $1,045,000. Not here to rush you. We care about our vendors, we want to do the best for them. The bid is $1,045,000. 1045 bid, the bid is $1,045,000. I've taken the bid to the left. 1045 bid, the bid is $1,045,000 now. Don't feel rushed. We want to see the auction extinguished. The bid is $1,045,000. Obviously, the negotiation works its way all the way through. And I bid $1,045,000, and I hold the bid in good faith off to the left-hand side with the family there. $1,051,000. 52, sir. Thank you. The bid is $1,052,000. $1,052,000. I will let you have another chat about it. Bid $1,052,000. That's the bid to the left-hand side. $1,052,000 on bid. The bid is $1,052,000 now. I'm holding the bid in good faith off to the left there. The bid is $1,052,000, and I'm here to encourage further bids too. $1,052,000 bid, a bid $1,052,000. 1052 bid, the bid is $1,052,000. Putting the heads together there. $1,052,000 now. So for the moment, Aris, my bid's to the left, a bid $1,052,000. We'll let everyone have a say in the matter. $1,052,000. Just having some Richardson and Wrench water there. You never know what can happen as a result of that. The bid is $1,052,000 with its special powers. The bid is $1,052,000. $1,052,000. Now,
Bids here, Peter?
that's to the left. Yeah, that's right. So that offer's under consideration now, and obviously we're not going to rush the vendor on any decision here. The bid is $1,052,000. They kind of gave us a written down reserve before we started the auction. I'm just going to work our way through the negotiation now while it's live. The bid is $1,052,000. I'll be back to you with an answer fairly short. Won the bid now, the bid is $1,052,000, I bid $1,052,000. So whether you buy to occupy, you buy to let out. Buy to revamp. What, $1,061,000, said the gentleman. 62, thank you, the bid is $1,062,000. Was the reply. 1062 the bid, now the bid is $1,062,000 bid. $1,062,000, now the auction's taken a few turns, but the bid is $1,062,000 now. Bids fell to my left, got $1,062,000, so keep thinking positively about this. I bid $1,062,000 bid, the bid is $1,062,000 now. Now, we'll just have a quick chat to the top bidder, give an idea of the state of play. The auction continues on in its merry way. I would think that things are getting very, very close now. The bid is $1,062,000. Probably time to start thinking, everyone, about what your highest and your best price is going to be today if you've not entered the bidding. We just want to be able to give as much clear information to our owners as we possibly can so they can make an informed decision. 1,062,000. That's okay, no rush. 1,062,000. 1,062,000 our offer on the table. Still come back into the bidding, still make your offer known. I'd be obviously asking you to put your very, very best bid up now for the purpose of the auction. Won the bid now, won a bid now, won a bid now, $1,062,000 bid. Modern kitchen, laundry, comfortable living area in the home, brick construction, freestanding. Pivotal position here, as you all know. Tree-lined street. Walk to St Paul of the Cross School. Dulwich Hill Primary, you've got some maroons.
And we all wait with bated breath.
We'll just see if we can take a higher offer to our owner if we can, and I thank you for being so patient. The bid is $1,062,000 now. Sorry, you okay? Fine and dandy. So, madam, do you wish to extend it further? 1,070,000. Now, I'll just take that to the vendors if I can. We're right to sell. We have instructions to sell. Thank you very much. Lovely people. The bid is $1,070,000 now. The caller's off to the left-hand side. Now, I'm not going to rush things because I know that there are other people who haven't made a bid. There have been the other parties who've been in the bidding. So, it's important to note now, we're on the market. We're going to be selling at the fall of the hammer. If you've got another $1,000, we're here to sell. And I want you to remember, we said there are only 4 houses for sale in Dulwich Hill, none in Hurlston Park at the moment. Supply short, interest rates are at record lows. $1,070,000 is the bid. We're on the market. We're going to be selling. You've got a house, a Torrance title home and garden in this great suburb. $1,070,000 the bid. Now the bid is $1,070,000 bid. The bid is $1,070,000. So I just want to see you through to the conclusion. Won the bid now. Won a bid now. Won a bid now. $1,070,000 bid. You bid with a head, bid with a heart, $1,070,000, give yourself a sporting chance. We're going to come back in. 1.07 bid, the bid is $1,070,000 bid, the bid of $1,070,000. What do we do from there, everyone? $1,070,000. Once. Okay, thank you very much. $1,070,000 bid. Twice. Lovely party over here with the bid. The bid is $1,070,000 now. Can we advance before the gavel falls? He's still thinking here, you know. Third. Final call. Oh, you were so close there. Done, finished. All done. For sure? Yeah, we're done. Congratulations. Well done. You brought it home. Well done.